What's going on, guys? TK Pryor, Master Wealth Builders LLC, your financial literacy guy. And trust me, we're in this holiday season. November starts the beginning of the holiday season. Thanksgiving, Christmas, a lot of people emotionally tend to get in this depression state. Check on your people. Realize, at least in my own life, I realize when you get backed into a corner and you feel like, there's things out of your control, you want to lash out because you don't want to do anything. But a negative response is never respected. No matter what you're going through, nobody really cares. They only respect people who find a solution and power through negative situations in spite of, right? So in the holiday season, if you think about it, a lot of people are mentally challenged with different things they're going through. We got a lot of job layoffs right now. We got a lot of people, that's struggling financially. And when you talk about financial literacy and being backed into a corner, typically you get a negative response from the average person that's not choosing to do nothing, right? So very few people get backed into a corner and then have a positive response. But that's the only people that's truly respected, is the ones that overcome challenges in spite of the hardship. But that's very hard to do, especially when you're going through fire. If you're in the mud, excuse me, and you're backed into a corner, there's a lot of things that's out of your control. All of these companies laying off, it's even harder to get a job after you get laid off because of the economy that we're in right now. So financial problems usually cause people to do negative things because you're backed into a corner and you're like, okay, I need to find a solution. Nobody cares about my situation. And if I respond negatively, no one's going to say, oh, it was because he was backed into a corner. It's like, it's hard right now. And you really have to get to the point where you check on your people, right? That's just a suggestion that I say, because if you can't find a solution to your problem and you can't find a way out, you're struggling financially right now and you're trying to pay your bills and you having a hard time, if you make a negative decision, no one's going to respect that. So literally you have to somehow power through it. You know what I mean? You somehow have to find a solution. And a lot of times, I think people are not very receptive to solutions, because when you backed into a corner, it shuts off your ears. You know what I mean? Like, you're not in the mindset of someone's trying to help me, someone can provide me with a solution. You really need to be. You know what I mean? Like I said, those are the only people that's truly respected, and only 1% actually succeed. Most of us fail. We just struggle. We don't find a solution. We don't have a positive response to a negative situation. But what I'm saying is, if you can open your ears to be receptive, right? Maybe you don't believe in religion. Maybe you don't believe in God sending you an answer. But whatever you choose to do, know that the only people that are respected are the people that power through their problems and find a solution. So if your problem right now in the holiday season is finances, and you are looking for some sort of way to, get through this, right? Like, if you've been laid off from your job, I said this before, and I don't know if this pops on your timeline and this video helps you. I believe in a higher power, so to God be the glory. But if you've been laid off from your job and you're looking for money, I mentioned it before, how you can take an existing account that normally would penalize you. So you're looking for money, you got laid off from your job, but you have in a 401k, or you have a CD, or you have money sitting in an existing account, and you're thinking about, well, let me just liquidate that account so that I can survive this time. I told you guys that if you go through American Equity, you go to a licensed broker like myself, we can get you to roll that account over, do a cashback with no penalty when you open the account. And by moving your money wherever it exists over to a fixed index annuity, you have protection measures because now you're not subject to the ebb and sway of the economy, right? The reason why the ultra rich use fixed index annuities is because they come with principal protection. They come with no longer being in an account that goes up and down every time the economy goes up and down, right? When you talk about all those other places you have your money, a fixed index annuity is not tied to the stock market. It's not tied to market volatility. So literally you protect yourself from the up down swing that comes with every other account. And when you open it, you can get a cash back. And that should help certain people in this layoff period where you have money somewhere. If you go straight to that account, they're going to penalize you by liquidating it, right? If you roll it over to a fixed index annuity, you can move it, get the cash back without the penalty, have the protection of no longer being in market volatility. Plus, fixed index annuities come with a million other benefits, like a matching death benefit equal to the account value, like tax-deferred growth, could be tax-free if you put it into a trust, or you do a Roth conversion. There's a million different other benefits. You get access to cash if you ever get sick. You know, you're in a situation where you're getting compound interest, not simple interest. There's a million other benefits. So what I'm trying to say is this could be a solution for certain people. Now, I know when you're in the mud, it's hard to listen, especially to some random video that pops on your timeline. But if you don't believe in a higher power and this pops on your timeline and you didn't know you can do that, hopefully you listen and use this as a solution. If you didn't know that you can roll over an account into a fixed index annuity, get access to cash, and now have protective measures where now you're in a no loss situation where your account never goes to zero because your principal is protected. The amount that you put in the account is guaranteed to never lose money. If you didn't know that and this video helps you, then it's not me. Click the link in my bio, schedule a free consultation, and I'll show you how to set up the account.